What's up, YouTube? My name's Matt. This is my channel, Collectible Inc. And today I'm just sitting in a parking garage waiting on a phone call to see if my dad's ready to be picked up out of surgery. So as I was sitting here, I've just been filling out a CBCS submission form. And I just want to say I really use CGC a lot, and I think that's going to change now moving forward. I'm going to use CBCS for all my grading, whether it's flipping a book or it's going into the personal collection. I think that they're the more friendly company for actual collectors. You know, a lot of these companies have restrictions like CGC does with how many books you can pre-screen. Like, you have to send in at least an order of 25 to pre-screen, and if you do, like, they got to be a 9.8 or 9.6, whatever. All the books have to be under one pre-screening. Now, I might be wrong with that, but that is the way that I understand CGC's pre-screen. Minimum 25 books, and you can pick one grade, and they all have to be that. I don't think you could do like 25 books and have 9.2, 9.4, 9.6, 9.8 different levels of pre-screen for all 25 books. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. Please, let's help the community try to do this, because that's what I'm trying to do, is help the community, help somebody that's looking at videos like I do, CBCS, CGC, hear other people's opinions, to gain information on how the companies are viewed, or what we think should be the best grading company and why. Those videos are out there. So in my opinion, I think it's CBCS, because you can pre-screen like that. You can, some books are, you got to have it in a 9.8 for it to be worth the grading, right? These modern books, they might be worth $120 in a 9.8, Well, we don't want to send in, I only have 2 copies. I'm not one of those people that's got, I pre-ordered 25 of them and I'm going to send them in and have it pre-screened, all of them, for a 9.8. That's not me. I like to collect books, and I like to flip a few books. If I can get a few books, maybe 2 or 3 copies, let's say, that's better for me, to send them to CBCS and say, hey, I need these 3 books pre-screened at a 9.8, and they'll do it for me. It doesn't have to be 25 books. Let's say I want to send in 10 books, some stuff that's personal collection stuff that I don't necessarily want to have in less than a 9.4. But then I want to send in books to help with the shipping costs, right? So I'm going to send in multiple books. They need to be 9.8, so I can add that in. Hey, I want to add in 5 books of Champions #1 first print, pre-screened at 9.8. It really benefits the collector, like the everyday collector, not the big guys that are sending in hundreds of books a month. They can go to CGC and do all that pre-screening, and that's fine. And I'm not knocking those guys. I'm not trying to say anything's wrong with that. If I felt like doing that, I could do that, but I don't. I feel like I like to buy books to put in my collection, and I like to flip a few books to help pay for a few things, right? Maybe pay for the grading. If I can get a couple of my books that I bought graded and I can sell 1 or 2, then it covers the grading fee, and the shipping costs and everything. Hey, perfect. If I can make even more, hey, great. But really, it's about sending in books so I can get them back to my collection, because I view my collection as like a long-term hold. I don't want to flip and everything. I'm not saying every book I buy I want to hold on for forever. I might try to bump it up. If I can sell it and maybe sell a couple other ones, I'll do that. One of the other things I want to talk about on this video that I picked up is this comic book CPR book from Cap Mike's. You can go to his YouTube channel. You can watch a lot of this on YouTube. I would encourage you guys to not be scared to learn how to do your own pressing and cleaning. That's what I'm doing. I've been pressing some modern books. I haven't done any cleaning. You know, a lot of modern books don't need cleaning, but really, it really helps with the pricing of submissions. You know, if it's $12, which CBCS is, it's $12 to send in your books to be pressed and dry cleaned. And that's, if a modern book at $16 to be graded, and then you add another $12, and that price, you start doing 10 books, 7 books, that price really starts to get up there. You know, whereas I feel like I can add, if I do my own pressing, I can put in 12 books, 15 books, and come out cheaper than it would cost me to, say, send in 6 or 7 books pressed and graded. Now, don't do the math on me. I haven't done the math, but I'm pretty sure it's something close to that. You know, you can, at $12, you can roughly guess that, hey, it's almost the same price as being graded. So you're going to do almost half of what it would cost you to be pressed and graded, as opposed to if you pick this book up, guys. This is great stuff. I mean, get to know. There's also grading techniques in here that help, like kind of, let's see if I can find it. There's some things in here that are like, you know, hey, a spine tick is 2 points. This kind of tear is, you know, 3 points off the grade. And really, that really has helped just in the last couple of days I've had this and read this, because I would imagine everybody's pretty decent at knowing whether a book's a very high grade, like a 9.8 or 9.6. I think, to me, it's not easy, but, you know, you can get close, right? You look at a book, you can tell if it's got a spine ding or, you know, color breaking, corner, if the corners aren't sharp. You know, you can kind of tell all those things. To me, where the grading really gets hard is, hey, it's got a 3-inch crease, a little bit of staining, corners are rounded. What is that? You know, I mean, you can say, look at the book, oh, that's a, you know, 6.0 or 6.5 maybe, but how are they going to look? And, you know, inside the pages might have, you know, small little tears. I've noticed that a lot on older books. Like, I know this isn't a comic book, and I'm sorry I don't have any to show today. It's family day, but I just would like to record this video. Anyway, so on the pages in a comic book, sometimes you'll see down here, there'll be like 2 tears, right? And those 2 tears, I don't know how they would affect a grade. Like, if it's an older book and all that, you know, what we're talking about, pinpointing, right? You can say in an area where the grade might be, hey, it's a 6.0 to 7.5 grade, but really those other things, this seems like it's going to help to try to understand, like, hey, it is a 6.065, not a 6.075. That there's a big difference in price when it comes to that. So this book is helping a lot understand that as well. I mean, it's not about grading. It doesn't have a whole lot in it, but it does have a few things that can help you understand if you're submitting books to CGC or CBCS or PGX. I don't want to leave PGX out, or EGS. You can use any one of those companies. I personally I've used all those companies. I've used the pressing service for all those companies, and just like any other company, probably the best about it, like in reality turnaround time, is PGX, and we all kind of know why that's the best. There's on as far as the turnaround time, it's the best because there's nobody. I say nobody. There's not a lot of people sending books to PGX like there is CGC. Okay, CGC is getting like 5,000 books a day. It takes weeks just to get checked in through through their sorting service to like get to the point of being received. It can be there for 3 to 4 weeks sometimes before it even, hey, okay, now we have it received in. Which is kind of ridiculous, you know. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to throw that out there about CBCS and get back on that topic, because I got a couple more things I wanted to say. You know, I don't have anything written down. I'm just, like I said earlier, I'm in the parking garage waiting on my dad. Figure I'd record a video, put it out there, see if you guys liked it. And if you do like it, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave some comments down below. I like to hear other people's opinions, you know, about the grading companies, about this. If anybody else has had this book and used it or started pressing themselves, like, hey, what have you taken from this? Another thing about CBCS is they have their new cases. I think their new cases came out like over 6-8 months ago, maybe. I don't remember. I think July of 2020, something like that. They came out with new cases. I'm pretty sure. I think it was that. So the new cases are awesome. I don't have one here with me. They're super clear. The label really pops with that. You know, the old cases, the label, a lot of people always say the label and the cases with CBCS. Well, I don't think the cases are a problem anymore. The cases are fine. They're on par with CGC. Actually, I like them better because you can see the book better. You can see clearly through it. And that's just my opinion. It's not fact. Maybe it is. I don't know. I've heard mixed reviews on that. But anyway, in my opinion, the cases are better from CBCS. The CGC ones have that little white box around the grade, and it's not bad. I mean, everybody loves those cases and those labels, and you know, but CBCS's it's just blue, and it has a real nice black thick font, but it doesn't draw your eye to it. When you pull that book out, you notice in a CBCS case, you notice that the book is really clear. You can see it. It presents well. It looks professional. The grader's notes is another thing. On the back of the case, you got a code you can scan, and you can just get the grader notes like that for any book. They're old books. It's not even just for the new cases. It's all their books. So that's another big reason why they're great for collectors and for resellers. I mean, if you're reselling a book or you're wanting to buy a book, you know, if you use CGC grader notes, you got to pay for them. Like $5, I think, works for most of their books. So even if you're just looking to buy a book, you got to spend $5 just to get the grader's notes. Just for your peace of mind. Some people don't like rusty staples, right? So on a grader's notes, if you're buying an older book that's, you know, you're going to spend $400 to $700 on, and it's probably in a lower grade, but it's really a sought after book, but you don't want rusty staples. Let's just say that's your thing. That's really where those grader notes can come in handy, and you not have to pay the $5 for them. So to me, that's CBCS is going out of their way to say, hey, here's our transparency. This is why that book is a 4.0 or a 9.2. They're being real transparent. Whereas CGC, I guess it's transparent because you can pay for them. But why do I got to pay for it? Especially when you're the biggest company out there and you already own the market. You have the market. I'm going to stop there because I don't want to get on a rant. I know CGC has the market, but I do believe CBCS should and will overtake CGC in the next 5 to 10 years, or be right there as far as how many books are being submitted to them per year. You know, CBCS is also backed by Beckett. Beckett is a big, like an older company that people know, especially like trading cards. You know, that's trusted company, Beckett. So it's not a situation where you're sending it to PGX where, and I don't have anything against that, but the community has said that PGX is not as trustworthy, right? And that's, in my opinion, that's old fact. Like, in my experience, I think that they're a great company to use, but hey, if the community says that, then there's nothing you can do about it. But what they have is like kind of like a one-man show. I know they have employees and stuff, but him personally as a grader, just, I don't think, the majority of the community didn't buy into him as a grader, right? Where CBCS actually has Steve Burrock, I do believe that's how you pronounce his last name. He started CGC, and now he started CBCS. So the dude is a grading guru, okay? So if he's a guy that started both these two companies, and he's over at CBCS, I trust the grade. They got Beckett. I trust the grade. I like the cases. They're friendly to the collector with the ability to send in verified signatures, the ability to pre-screen all your books. One book, you want to send in one book, pre-screen it. If it doesn't get the grade you want, send it back to you. They're going to charge you a fee, but hey, that's being friendly to the collector, and to the community, doing those things for us. They also changed. They used to have a red label or pink label for their verified. That now it's yellow, which is fantastic. I'm not a big signature collector. I chase a lot of the book, not the creator. Although there are some creators I really enjoy, But to me, CBCS should be and one day will be, I think I've already said that, the top dog. So, if you haven't tried them out or if you haven't went to their website, I kind of highly recommend that you do. The pricing is cheaper. They have memberships. You can get a free. So CGC, I think during the pandemic they started I think you could do it for free. You can send books in. I don't know if you still can. I have I think it's an associate membership. It's like a $25. I think I paid $20 because I renewed annually, and they give you a little bit of discount when you do that. So when you go to CBCS's, they have a free one, and then they have like $100 one, which you get a couple credits for, like I think 2-day modern, and then I think 3 fast passes credited back to you. But at that membership, the pricing for a modern book is like $16 per book, which, hey, $16 to send it in and be graded, and it's being graded by a company that Steve Burrock started and Beckett, is partnered with or owns. And the cases are great, labels are great. You can get all the grader notes with it. I think that it's a win-win for the community, for the collector, especially me. But I feel like I'm rambling on, so I'm going to get off of here. Again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I will be dropping more videos. I haven't done them in a very long time, but I'm going to start a channel and really stick to it and put out some videos. I got some unboxings to do once we get done with this surgery with my dad. Those videos will come out soon. Some good books, some bigger books that are going in the PC. Nothing too crazy, but some stuff that I think you should be picking up right now, like Marvel Premiere 15, First Iron Fist. I think that book's way undervalued. And you don't have to go after high grade stuff, man. Don't believe that. It does help sell a book quicker at a good price when it's high grade, but at the same time you can make a profit over the long term, right? We're holding on to this Marvel Premiere 15 for the long term. So, and I think over the long term we get some MCU spec and some hype coming, and the movies continue to roll out with that, that book's going to keep going up. And it's just a really cool book anyway, so you should definitely be picking that up, and I'm looking forward to unboxing it with you guys later on in my channel. Thanks. See you later, man. Keep it comics.